Hi, and welcome to this episode of Effective Websites. In this lesson, you'll be learning how to plan the layout of your website. Let's begin by setting up our workspace so that everything goes smoothly. Let's go to Effective Websites, the resources you'll need, and under Free Printable Worksheets, click on Menu Worksheet. Your worksheet will pop up in a new window. This is one of the most important steps to having a high-quality website for two reasons. First, if you have a website which is easy to navigate, it will not only help other people discover what you have to offer, but in doing so it will increase your credibility. If you have a website which is difficult to find your way around in, it'll decrease your credibility and people won't take you or your church, nonprofit, or business seriously. Second thing that it'll do is if you have a well-thought-through website that's easy to navigate, guess what? Google is going to rate you higher, which means you'll be easier to find. This is not a step to skip or take lightly. Let's go to the worksheet and talk about that for a moment. Click on Menu Access, and three options will appear: Public, Registered, and Special. Public is what anyone and everyone will see when they come to your website. This is for general information for everybody, even the casual visitors. But not all information is public. Some of it may be a little bit more sensitive. Let's say that you have a school. For safety's sake, you may decide only parents will be able to view children's pictures. You may decide that your budget is too sensitive for any except for members of your organization. For those reasons, you may decide to list some menu items as registered, open only to those people who are registered users. And because many of you have multiple people on your staff, having a special place for sensitive personal information like names, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, personal contributions, and other similarly sensitive information, you're going to find that special categories are necessary. For each and every menu item, you'll need to decide whether it's public, registered, or special. When you click on Menu, you'll notice you have a choice of several different menus. The main menu is the most important. This is the menu that will typically appear across the top of all of your web pages. Quick menus are generally menus that show submenu items and are generally found in columns on the bottom of your web pages. Left column menus are just that. They are menus that appear on the left-hand side of the web page and often have what are called flyouts or submenu items. We'll not be concerning them in our videos. Bottom menus. Well, guess where they appear? Right. Typically at the bottom of all web pages. While Home is going to be on the top of all the pages, the bottom menus will have items that generally just don't fit well into the overall menu picture. There'll be topics like About Us, copyright information, privacy policies, terms of service, or sitemaps. You get the picture. Let's move on. English-speaking people read from left to right, from top to bottom, and what that means is that your information should be arrayed in the same way. When you were in middle school, your English Lit teacher probably made you learn how to outline. Outlining is a basic component of meaningful communication. Outline your speech well, and people will listen and be able to follow you. Outline your speech poorly, and they'll get lost and stop listening to you. Remember how it went? Roman numeral 1, capital A, Arabic numeral 1, lowercase letter a. Well, that's exactly what a menu is. Your Roman numeral will appear horizontally across the top. Your capital letters are submenu items that will appear below them. And it may be necessary for you to have other submenus. But whatever you do, stay away from any more detailed submenus than what you absolutely have to have. Your web page will only be more cluttered and difficult to navigate. Here's how it might work. Let's say you have 4 major areas of focus. In level of importance, they are your school, your mission, your seniors, and small groups. Now, this is just an example. It'll almost certainly be different for you. So we would fill them in from left to right. School, and under that we might put preschool, early childhood, grade school, middle school, and after-school care program. Missions, local and abroad, but wait, there's a twist here. we need a submenu item under Local. That's the Food and Clothing Bank and also the local Habitat for Humanity. Now let's enter seniors. And here we'll put the seniors group and we'll call them, the Golden Heirs, how's that? Or 39 Forever. And then under that maybe Travel and Bible Study. Here we might have a book study. If your church is small or has a youth group, though a large church, that might be a major menu item. Let's add a photography club or a garden club or some similar thing. Okay, now for the hard part. Remember what I said about your middle school English Lit teacher and outlining? With a bunch of Post-its, write down each and every one of your ministries and focus areas. Then gather them into their respective groupings and now prioritize them. On each one of those tags, on each one of those slips, decide whether they are public, registered, or special, and note it on the Post-it. Lastly, transfer them to your menu worksheet and either save it or print it, or preferably both. And that's how you do menus.